Hello, everybody. So today, really, what I'm going to talk to you guys about is just kind of your daily habits. Okay, so we talk about this all the time. I know, and I just want to remind you. I spoke with several agents this week, and one of the concerns is that they're not being consistent. Okay, so this really has to do a lot with your daily habits. So, what is it that you're wanting to achieve? Okay, I can sit here and I can go over all of the stuff that you need to do, the training, the phone scripts, in home, which leads that you need to purchase, how often you need to purchase leads. But one of the main things in order to make sure that you are seeing the success here as an independent agent, if this is the career that you have chosen, the only way to be successful is obviously to work hard. Okay. And by doing that, you have to create your daily habits of the business. Okay. So this can also have a lot to do with your personal time, right? The hardest thing that I find is that, you are actually having to be accountable for everything, right? Yourself. You don't have anybody that's telling you what you need to do. I don't know. For me, I've been doing this now for going on, 7 years. And before this, I did a massage business, and I was a personal trainer. I did have a, traditional, work clock and job that was, me doing waitress work, bartending, things like that, right? If I did not clock in and I did not, get there on time or be for my shift, like I had the opportunity to be fired, right? But since I knew that that was what I needed to provide for my family, I always was there on time. If I couldn't make it on time, I would pick up the phone, I would call, and I would say, hey, I have this going on, and then I'm at their discretion if they want me to come in or if they want me to even continue having that job, right? Those are some of the things that you guys have to understand whenever you're working for yourself. So, for instance, with my massage business, my personal training, I did those as an independent business owner, right? Same thing with this. I was accountable. If I didn't show up, I had the leeway to, hey, oh, well, that customer or client, they'll be fine. I don't need to, have any kind of, accountability to them. If I ran my businesses like that, then I would not have been successful. So, whenever you guys get in your scheduling or however you're going to, you know, to show up for your daily routine for your work, you need to be 100% accountable because you don't have somebody that's going to say, hey, you're going to be fired. You literally have to fire yourself. And some of us don't, we won't do that. There's many times where I've even noticed within my job of being an agent, because I am, like I have my own business. I literally have my LLC. So this is my own business that I am, accountable for. So for me, it is my job, right? It's my own business. So for me, my job, if I don't show up, I mean, sometimes I have felt like, maybe I don't want to, work as hard or do things like that. But what happens is you start to see that your business will go backwards because you're not putting in the amount of effort. So as a new agent, if you are going through, getting accustomed to being your own boss, you need to realize that if you do not show up or you do not put in the work or you just, say, hey, I'm not going to do as much as I need to, I have this to do, other things to do, then you are going to not see the results that you're needing to see, the success you need to see. And I talk about this all the time because it's so true and it's so accurate. Okay, a lot of you guys I'm seeing are not putting forth the effort. I'm getting these phone calls of saying, hey, these leads aren't working or this isn't going on, but you guys are not putting in the amount of time that you need to be putting in to making sure that you are actually seeing the success that you need to see. Okay. So, we talk about how, you need to go into your calendar. You need to make sure that those white spaces, those things that you have are not, you know, interacting with the time that you're supposed to be putting in here. We saw it all the time, your attitude, your activity, have 30 appointments, make sure that you show up, make sure you buy your leads. These are your families that you are going to be helping. Be accountable to these things, making sure that if you go and you purchase, your leads, your families, that you're calling them on the phone and that you're making sure that they're being serviced and served, right? Because you are the one that was given that information. You put in those resources, so you want to see as much of a return as possible on that. Okay, and this all comes down to obviously like where you're putting your attention and your focus. I think it's very important that if you're not having the appointments, that you need to put your focus towards, the phone. You need to take more activity on the phone. Now, we talked about this as well last week. The phone is, one of the difficult things that we all have to get on. Today's Thursday and, it's a dial day, for the company. I mean, obviously you're independent. You can dial anytime that you need to be on the phone, which is, wherever your scheduling is. But if you're, trying to, kind of stay with, what the company and everybody else is doing so that you can kind of, make your own activity schedule and you can become more disciplined, then Thursdays and Mondays are the days that, all of us are usually on the phone. And we do that because we want to make sure that if we are feeling like we don't want to get on the phone, we have other people that are doing the same thing. You can call them up, you can get on a Zoom, you can do all of that stuff so that you can feel you're, part of a community, even though you're your own independent agent, so that that, hey, I have that push. These other agents are doing the same thing. Look, this person's getting hung up on. Look, their family said that they never filled out that information, and you can kind of see where you need to fine tune yourself so that you can become the best agent that you can become. I mean, we all know that here you're able to be working for a very high pay. And in order to get that pay, sometimes you're going to see that you're not getting paid right away for everything. But if you count everything up within your weeks, within your months, you're going to see how much you're actually, putting in with your hours, and you're putting in, with your expenses, and how much you're profiting. I mean, I talk about this all the time as well. As a business owner, you are now responsible for your resources, right? A lot of, agents that are coming from some place that they got a low commission, maybe they got paid per hour, and they had supplies that were given to them, they were fine, because if they didn't see the input, results from their resources, they knew they were still getting a paycheck, right? Well, here you guys have to understand that the paycheck is going to be a lot more, but you have to put in a little bit with resources, and it's going to increase the more that you put in, and the more effort, and the more that you learn that, just you have to, get into that mindset mentality that, this is going to provide more for my family. I just have to go through this and that. And then what happens with that as well? A lot of businesses don't see any sort of profit right away. So, I mean, do you have an entrepreneur mindset? Do you understand the aspects of being an independent agent and the ups and downs of the financial of the situation whenever you're becoming, an agent? That's independent and not getting, a contract pay with a company that you're captive with, or, an hourly rate. You understand that pay is going to be, something that you're going to provide for yourself, and are you able to be accountable enough not to, throw daggers at, each of the resources that you're getting, but to understand that maybe that one's not working for you, but maybe it works for somebody else. So it doesn't mean it's a horrible resource. It just means maybe you need to decide that you're going to, approach it in a different way, or find another resource that works for you, because each of us are not only independent, but we're individual, right? Some things work for us and some things don't, right? So when we find what doesn't work for us, it's either you learn to, excel in that by, pushing through and, being accountable for whatever it is that, may have given you those results, or that you find another resource until you find something that's working for you. But one of the things that you don't do is you don't bash these resources that you have. You all are provided with tons of different opportunities and resources to excel in your business, and how you use them and what you do is really going to be up to you. Okay. And I'm not saying all of this because I'm like trying to, yell or whatever. I'm just saying that, I am noticing that there's a lot, that are not pushing through, that are wanting to give up. And I'm telling you, don't do that. You need to see the results, but you can't see results if you're not pushing yourself and you're not realistically analyzing the things. I wish there was this magic formula that, all of you guys can see success immediately. I didn't see success immediately, but I'd love for you guys to, right? I had the understanding that when I saw that other people were seeing success, that it's possible, right? It's possible to see success, but what you have to do is you have to put in the work, right? But if you're not willing to push yourself through those points where, you need to maybe adapt to, or, become more accountable so that you can see the results, then it's just going to be, not as profitable for you as you thought it was, because you're not willing to put it in the effort that you needed to put in to make sure that it would work for you. So, I really want to be here for all of you guys, and I want to make sure that you guys are, on target with your goals and making sure that you're seeing the things that you need to see. But, I do, need you to reach out, and I do need you to be able to understand that, there's some things that we can work on to make sure that everything is moving in a progressive area. And if not, then what we need to do to make sure that that is happening. I want to, like I said, be here for all of you guys as much as I can to make sure that you see the success. But, we all know that you have to ultimately be your own boss. Okay. Because I'm not your boss. I'm just, here to, help you and guide you. I'm like a business partner. And I can only do so much for you guys. And either, you have to do a lot for yourself. And as, independent agents, adults, I know you guys are capable of doing this. It's just working through some of the negative talking that you have going on. But other than that, I hope that everybody has a fantastic week. Please reach out to me if you have any questions, and looking forward to seeing all of your guys' success. And I hope that you have a fantastic day. Bye.